Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is enjoying the beautiful sunshine we have again today. It's kind of nice to actually be able to be outside and it's not freezing. I'm just gonna give everybody a couple minutes here to jump on and we'll get started. Hi, Mom. Hi, Katie. Morning, Kim. Morning, Karen. I miss everybody too, Kim. It's weird being at home still. Morning, Gina. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Patty. Hey, Jan. I know y'all can hear me, but not see me. Good morning, Nicole. So if you guys are all set up, make sure you have a bolster or blanket of some sort because we're going to start reclined. Hey, Patty. Other Patty. Morning, Jan. Amy. Ooh, we have lots of people this morning. All right, so get your guys' mats set out if you don't already. And then, like I said, a pillow, bolster if you have your bolster, blanket. If you've got blocks, you can always throw those out. And get yourselves all settled up here. Good morning, everybody. All right, so just gonna get down to the video here on my computer so I can see everybody. All right, so we are going to begin reclined. So go ahead and get everything set up. Feet can go wherever you want them to. If you want to bring your feet together in cobbler like how I'm sitting, you can start there. You can start with your legs straight out, just very relaxed, or crossed in easy pose, whichever way you guys prefer. So go ahead and get your legs set in where you want them to be, and then lay yourselves back. We're going to open up those arms to a T. Let the palms face the ceiling. Let your shoulder blades be really heavy. You should feel that nice stretch across the biceps, through the pecs and the chest. You can close your eyes. Let the jaw relax. Make sure that the throat is nice and open and the chin is not tucked down into the chest. And then find your breath. Nice, slow, deep inhales. Completely filling your lungs up. Feeling the belly expand, the rib cage expand, all the way into the chest. And then very slowly exhaling your way all the way back down. your breath to settle in. If you'd like, you can gently rock your head side to side in this reclined position, just rolling your head across the bolster, letting the right cheek go down towards the right side and then the left towards the left side. It's just going to give you a little bit of an extra stretch through the neck. As you begin your next inhale, we're going to bring our knees up and then windshield wiper side to side. If you would like to rock your head side to side as well as the knees side to side, go ahead and do so. And then from here, we're going to drop into everybody's favorite reclined supported spinal twist. So drop both knees to the right, roll onto your right hip, and then turn the head to the left. And as you inhale, bring everything to center. And then as you exhale, other side. So you're going to roll onto that left hip, drop the knees to the left, and turn your head to the right. straighten the legs out, bring the hands down next to your hips, and as you begin your next inhale, press yourselves all the way up to your seat. Go ahead and toss your bolster or pillows or blankets, whatever you had behind you, out of your way. Okay. We're going to bring ourselves up and just find our comfortable seat, wherever your comfortable seat is, sitting in your easy pose or legs straight out in front of you, wherever you'd like to be. So spines are going to be nice and long. Roll those shoulders back so you're sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to twist open to our right side. So left hand is going to come over, right hand is going to go back. Keeping the spine long. And if you want, you can even turn so your head is looking over that right shoulder. It's going to give you a little bit more lengthening and stretch down that left side. Good. Slowly release. Bring yourselves all the way to the center. And then you're going to go ahead to the other side. So right hand over, left hand back, twisting open. And then if you'd like, turning and looking all the way over that left shoulder. Slowly release, bring yourselves back to center. Right hand is going to come to the floor. As you inhale, sweep that left arm up and overhead, reaching through those left fingers. Stretch out the side body. Remember to keep the chest up and open. You're not collapsing towards the floor. And as you inhale, bringing yourselves up. As you exhale, left hand will come down, and then on your next inhale, sweep that right arm up, overhead, reach through those right fingers, open up that right side body. Inhale, slowly bringing yourselves back up. Good, so we're going to take our right hand and we're going to bring it all the way out to the right side, and then slowly lower those right fingertips to the floor. So just the fingertips are barely touching. The left hand is going to stay resting on top of this left knee, left thigh, left leg, and then drop the left cheek towards the left shoulder. So when you do that, you get this lovely stretch from the ear all the way down, and depending on where those fingertips are extended away from your body, you can sometimes even feel it all the way down through the forearm and through the fingers. And as you inhale, bringing your head back up to the center, you're going to bring that right arm back up. And then across the chest, you're going to take this left hand up and underneath and give it a nice squeeze in. So we're getting into the deltoids on the back side of that right arm. Making sure your spine is still nice and long, you're still sitting up nice and tall. And go ahead and slowly release, bring that right arm down. You can roll the shoulders out. You should feel that openness and the stretch out in that right side already. Yep. So we're going to do the same thing on the left. So left arm straight out, fingertips down towards the floor, right hand resting, and then dropping right cheek towards right shoulder, getting that lovely stretch down that left side. Feel free to adjust and move those fingers that are on the floor. Changing where you get that stretch, finding the best spot. is going to come up and across the chest, and then take that right arm under and give it a pull, getting into the left deltoid. And then go ahead, let that left arm go, roll those shoulders out. Good. So from here, then we're going to swing around onto our hands and knees. We're going to do our cats and cows. So go ahead and get yourself set up. If you need extra cushion underneath your knees, you can fold your mat or put a blanket down, whatever you need to do so you've got the cushion and the support you need. You're going to line up knees to hips, hip distance apart, and then wrist to shoulders, same thing. Inhaling to cow, forehead, tailbone coming up. Remember to keep the core engaged so you're not dumping into your low back here. And then as you exhale, rounding your spine, tuck the chin and tailbone, pressing into your mat, coming into your cat. And follow your own inhales and exhales. Inhaling cow, exhaling cat. It's nice and slow. Flexing and extending your spine. And one more of each, and then press back into your child's pose. As you inhale, slowly roll yourselves back up onto hands and knees. We're going to bring our knees back in together. Then we're going to have a seat back on our heels. So for those of you that maybe are on and haven't been in class, you can go anywhere from here where you're just upright. You can put the tops of your feet down and have a seat. You can keep your toes curled under and have a seat. This is going to give you the most stretch. If you have a hard time sitting back, you can use a block. I'm just going to grab my bolster to show you where you can take a pillow or anything like that and have a seat back on that. It's going to take the pressure off of your knees. It's also going to give you less of a stretch in the feet, but it gives you the support that you may be needing. So go ahead and get your feet set to wherever you'd like them to. If your toes are curled under and you're having that seat on your heels, remember to pull your pinky toes in because they like to just hang out to the sides and not get the stretch as well. So then from here, when you have yourself set, You're going to bring your fingers behind the back, interlace them. I want you to take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push the fist towards the floor, opening up that chest, getting that really great stretch through the pecs and opening. You can keep your head neutral. You can drop it back, but if you're dropping it back, make sure you're not creating any extra tension. And then if you'd like to keep your head just neutral, you can rock side to side. It's going to give you a little extra stretch through the neck and the chest. And one more big inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to let your fingers go. Hinge forward, plant your hands, and step yourselves back and into your down dog. And as you inhale, step up and into your forward fold. And then as you begin your next inhale, gently curl your spines. Bring yourselves all the way to standing. Perfect. All right, I'm just gonna fix my blanket here, fold it up so I have it for later. You're gonna step to the front of your space. You're gonna find your feet. So anywhere from big toes touching and a slight space between the heels, or hip distance. Your hip distance is where your hip bones are and lining it straight down. So you don't want to be wider than hip distance. For me, this is wider than hip distance. So you want to make sure that you're keeping that nice hip distance. The wider your feet, the better base. So if you feel like you're unstable with your feet together, just give yourself that wider base. So find your feet wherever you are placing. Roll those shoulders back, stand up nice and tall. Bring your hands into heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. And then hinge from your hips, up and over, forward fold, bend the knees, fold into your lap. Let your neck and your spine be nice and long. Remember, if you can't reach the floor, you can always bring the floor to you by grabbing a block or your blanket or bolster or pillow, whatever you have, and use that to rest your hands on if need be. As you begin your inhale, we're going to bring hands to shins, half lift, so you have a nice flat back, long neck, long spine. Shoulders are going down the back as you're reaching through the crown of the head. As you exhale, fold in. Inhale, bend the knees, engage the core, curl your spine, come all the way to standing. And we're going to do that again. Hands to heart center, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, sweep up. And then hinge from the hips, up and over, forward fold. Knees are bent. Keep them soft. Keep the spine long. The head is weighing the spine down, creating all that nice length and space between the vertebrae. And as you inhale, bringing hands to shins, half lifting. As you exhale, fold in. And bending your knees, engaging the core, curl your spine. Come all the way up to standing. Good. Hands into heart center. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, sweep up. We're gonna add a little back bend here. And then hinge from the hips, up and over, forward fold. And I want you to bend your knees, plant your hands, and step your right foot back, sorry, not right hand back, right foot back. You're gonna drop that right knee down to the ground. If you need extra cushion underneath your right knee, go ahead and put cushion down. You can fold your mat or use a blanket, even like a washcloth or towel, so you have just that little extra square of cushion. Then you're gonna take your left foot and you're gonna wiggle it forward so you have this space to sink yourself in. So as you sink in, you're pressing the pelvis down towards the floor, opening up those right hip flexors, and then check in with that left knee and make sure the knee to the ankle are either behind or in line and your knee is not over that ankle. So keeping yourself sinking here, you can stay upright, you can use blocks here, or you can bring your hands down to the floor. The further that you sink towards the floor, the more of a stretch that you're going to get. So go ahead and sink in as far as you'd like. You begin your next inhale. We're going to shift ourselves back. So if you have your hands up, you're going to need to bring them to the floor and shift back into half splits. If you can't comfortably reach the floor, maybe you're up here kind of floating, this is where you would grab your blocks or props that you have and use that to rest your hands on. If you're using blocks, you have 3 heights to work with, so pick whichever one is most comfortable. That you draw those toes towards the ceiling, the more of a stretch that you're going to get in the back line of that left leg. Good. Next inhale, we're going to shift ourselves back up onto the left foot. Plant your hands, curl your right toes under, and step back and into your down dog. Little bend in the knees, press those sits bones back. You can pedal your feet out here if you'd like. Good. On your next inhale, step your right foot forward. You're going to bring your left knee down, cushion underneath the left knee here if you need it. Bring yourselves up then, wiggle those right toes forward, find that space, sink yourself in. Check in with the right knee, so making sure that you have that alignment where the knee is behind or in line with the ankle, not over. Saving those knees, sinking in, left hip flexors are stretching out. And then if you'd like, going from here to the blocks or to the floor, sinking in, just getting that little bit of an extra stretch. To the floor or to blocks, you're going to bring them down, and then as you inhale, shifting back, coming into those half splits, propping and adjusting where needed, pointing those right toes up so you're getting that nice stretch to the back line of the right leg. begin your next inhale, we're going to shift ourselves back up onto our right foot, and we're going to come up and into our forward fold. So your left toes are going to curl under. You're going to rock back onto that right heel and then launch yourselves up and into a forward fold. Your next inhale, we're going to sweep those arms open, come all the way up to the top, and then add in that little back bend, and then bring your hands back down. Good. So if you have blankets or anything in your mat space, let's go ahead and move them out of the way. Grab a block if you have it, or if you know that you want it. We're going to do triangle on either side because it's just such a great side, body, and leg opener. So go ahead and grab your block if you want. And we're going to step our right foot forward, and our left foot is going to step back, and you're lining your heels up. You can use the edge of your mat if you'd like, or if you have a center stripe on your mat. Some do, just to keep those heels aligned. If you're using the edge of your mat, then you don't even have to think about it because your heels are right there, they're lined up for you. Block, if you're using it, is up by the right foot on the inside. And then you're going to sweep those arms open, take a big inhale. As you exhale, shifting your hips back, reaching your right arm forward till it won't let you reach anymore. And then you're going to bring that right hand down. If you're using a block, your hand can rest. And then opening up, left arm up. So you're trying to stack your shoulders, keep your chest as open as possible. And as you begin your next inhale, we're going to engage the core, bring ourselves back up to standing. You can bring your arms down. We're going to flip our feet, so all you're going to do is turn your right toes in and turn your left toes out. If you're using your block, you're going to plop it by that left foot on the inside. So same thing this side, sweeping open, take a big inhale. As you exhale, shift back, reach forward, left hand will come down, resting the hand on the block if you're using it, and then right arm up. So stack shoulders, nice open chest again. So this time we're going to turn our gaze towards the floor. Move the block out of your way if you have it. Bend your left knee, bring both hands to the floor and step back and into down dog. We're going back into down dog so we can go into pigeon. So for your pigeon, you're going to go right leg up. So you're going into a three-legged dog, and then bring that right leg up and through and into your pigeon. I'm going to swing myself around so I'm facing the front. So sink yourself in. You can use props here if you need to. You can stick a block underneath that right hip. You can use blankets, bolsters. You can use props underneath your forearms here if you need to, so you're not sinking as far instead, or just stay up on your hands, whichever way is really most comfortable. It's a pretty deep stretch for those of you that haven't maybe done it before. And if it's just way, way too intense on those knees, you're going to go and you're going to bend the left knee off to the left side and just try and keep yourself square so you'll still get the stretch in the hip, but it just won't be as deep of a stretch. So sink yourselves in if you'd like. hands if you have yourself sunk in. Your left toes are going to curl under, and then press yourselves up and back into a down dog again. Pedal those feet out. If you'd like, you can take that right leg back up. Let that right hip fall open. And then slowly bring that right leg back down. And we're going to do the same thing other side. So three-legged dog first. Left foot is going to go up. And then swing that left foot up and through. And come into your pigeon. Props again where you need to. Sink yourselves in. Just make sure that you are comfortable and you're getting that nice stretch in that left side. Left glute, piriformis. QL connection. If you're sunk down, as you inhale, you're going to work your way to your hands. This time, right toes are curling under. You're going up and back into down dog first. And then if you'd like to roll that hip open, go ahead and do so. Left foot will come back to the floor. And then from here, when you're ready, you're going to drop to your knees, swing around, and we're going to have a seat. All right, so seated forward fold. Legs are straight out in front of you. Props, however you may need them. You can put a block here, you can use a strap if you can't reach your toes. Blanket underneath the knees, support underneath the sits bones if you need to raise your hips up some, whichever way you're going to be the most comfortable. So find the sits bones first. You're going to get your butt cheeks out of the way. You should be able to feel those bones on your mat. Fingertips next to hips, roll the shoulders back. So we're sitting up nice and tall. As you inhale, sweep up, and then as you exhale, fold in. So you're hinging only from the hips. Keep the spine long. The shoulders are relaxed and down in the back. You're not making earmuffs with those shoulders. Inhale, slowly bring yourselves back up to your seat. We're going to grab our blankets or bolsters, whatever you may have, and roll them so that we are going to do supported fish here. So you're making your burrito with your blanket, or you're using your block or your bolster or whatever else you may have to have that support. So go ahead and bring that burrito if you're using it behind you, or block or bolster. Shoulder blades are resting on it. Arms are opening up to a T. Let the back of your head hit the floor behind you, and then straighten those legs out in front. And then from there, your arms are at a T, but if you want more of a stretch, you're going to bring those arms up overhead. The more overhead that they go, the more of a stretch that you're going to get. So just close your eyes, let the chest open, let the body be nice and heavy on that blanket to give you the best stretch that you can get. We're going to slowly slide our hands down next to our hips. And then as you begin your next inhale, press yourselves up and over, soft forward fold. Inhale, bring yourselves back up to your seat. Good, so you're going to grab that blanket or whatever you have behind you and just move it out of your way. We're going to bring our knees up. Make sure you have space behind you to lay back. And you're going to squeeze those knees in and roll to your back. Once you're on your back, you can keep the knees squeezed in, rock side to side here a couple of times. We're going to hold just the right knee and let that left leg go straight and all the way to the floor. Take your right knee, hold it with the left hand, cross it over to the left side, and then open your right arm up, turn your head to the right, spinal twist. As you inhale, bring that right knee back to center. You're going to squeeze it in. You can stay here just squeezing, or you can do half of a happy baby by grabbing the outside sole of that right foot. Bring the foot up towards the ceiling and then pull the knee down towards the armpit. Slowly release, straighten that right leg all the way out. Good. On your inhale, we're going to squeeze the left knee into the belly. So spinal twist is first. So you're going to take the right knee, hold it with the right hand, cross it over to the right side, open your left arm up and turn your head to the left. as you inhale, bring yourselves back to center. Give that left knee a good squeeze again. You can stay there, or half of a happy baby, grabbing the outside of that left foot. Pull the knee down towards the armpit. And then from there, go ahead and release. Straighten that left leg all the way out and get yourselves ready for Shavasana. So arms are open, legs are open, support where you need it. If you want to cover up and keep yourselves warm, go ahead and do that. Wherever you need to be the most comfortable. Okay. So let those eyes close. Let the body be nice and heavy. Arms and legs are falling open. As your body starts to settle, just noticing the weight in the feet as they fall open, the weight on the heels, the weight on the tailbone, across the shoulders, back of your head. Letting everything melt down into the floor. Releasing any tension that you may have left in your fingers and toes, in your belly, your jawline, your throat. Releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And breathe. Breathe and release anything that does not serve you in this very moment. Breathing slowly. Soften. And let go. don't sink because of the water around them. Ships sink because of the water that gets in them. Don't let what's happening around you get inside you and weigh you down. Bring your hands to heart center. May the long sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste. Thank you everybody that joined me. I hope you liked it. This class will be up on YouTube at some point today whenever it uploads. And tomorrow at 9 a.m. is chair yoga. So I will see you again tomorrow. Have a fabulous Sunday, everybody, and I'll see you later.